This is the latest addition to the setup.
Alrighty, I haven't got my GoPro with me, so I'm just gonna record on my phone, but I'm just staying at the house sitting stay that I've got for the last couple of days, and I sent some mail here, but the other day, obviously I installed that vent, but now I've got a 12 volt extraction fan that I'm going to mount here. So the theory is pulls fresh air through here and extracts the hot air out there. So I'm just making up a little filter for it, little sponge filter, and then I'm going to take the grinder to that, cut a hole open, and yeah, we'll silicon it all up. And yeah, I'm gonna have to run some wiring and hook it up to a switch, and then yeah, should be functioning. So I'll be able to run that when I'm traveling, when I think it's hot, or stuff like that. So the rooftop tent does keep a lot of heat out of the canopy, but like those hot days in Mildura, 43-degree days, like it was just cooking the doors of the canopy, so all that heat just radiating in there and it's got nowhere to go. So that's what I think cooked my fridge. Anyway, so I'm gonna fiddle around with this, install it, and see how we go. So I've cut my little sponge filter. I'm gonna put that on and just put the fan back over the top, and then I'm gonna have to cut those off and wire them together and wire it into one of these switches. So how good's the fridge running? Bloody cold here at the moment, 14, 15 degrees, 53% humidity. Fridge is -1, freezer -12. Anyway, I'm going to put this together, cut the hole, and I'm going to run some cable up and along the top here and drop it down into there. See how we go. So as you can see, they come with 2 separate cables. So I've just split the 2, and I'm going to solder them into one, and then this will run to the switch. So hopefully, pretty sure thermal fans are directional, so depending on which way you wire positive and negative will depend on which way the fan will blow or suck. So hopefully I've got it the right way, but we'll soon find out. But yeah, this is how I usually do my my solders, like my twisting. I think I showed you when I was doing the fridge. I'll fan the copper out, and I sort of just twist it back on itself to try and keep it a nice neat bunch there. But I'll solder it just to hold it all together and tape it up. Alright, I got the hole punched through. Now I'll put my fan in. I've tested the fan on the car battery and it works, so we'll run that through now. Alright, there it is. So just need to fix that in place, silicon it up. Got me cable here. I'll stitch it up into here, drop it down in here, and go into one of my switches. Yeah, there's the fan there. So hopefully pull fresh air through here and extract hot air up there. Okay, so it's installed there. Got the fan up in there. I've run the cabling up through here into the switch. Boom. Nice work. Hey there, Cobras. Yeah, been doing a bit around Melbourne lately. I've done a house sit for a nice couple a few days ago over Christmas. Looked after their 2 dogs and their house, so that was good. I wasn't really sure what to do after that house sit because everywhere is pretty flat chat at the moment with Christmas and school holidays and all that sort of stuff. So it's pretty busy around Melbourne. So I put another post out on Facebook to do another house sit, and yeah, I got another house sit to go to. So I'm here now at the moment. Beautiful spot, lovely dogs. Got some chickens and ducks to look after as well, so pretty cool. But yeah, very nice people to house sit for, and they've allowed me to use the pressure washer. So going to give the old girl a bit of clean. It's a bit dusty and muddy underneath, so needs a bit of love. I haven't given it a bath yet since I've been on the road, so but you know, I haven't really been recording much since Christmas time, so a few things I've installed. Would have already added the videos that I had on my phone, but of the install of the new vent. So anyway, I'll give you a look. I'll open this up. Oh yeah, got some stickers now on the canopy. There's one on the other side as well. But I installed that fan there, so just on the back. It's just an exhaust, so now after I cut that one in, I can flick this switch, fans go, and just pulls air out. So should when I'm traveling on those like really hot days, I should be able to flick that switch on, turn the fans on, and try and keep that hot air out of the canopy. So should give the fridge a bit more of a chance, because the last fridge obviously it pooped its pants, and I think it was because of the heat from the heat on those days I was driving through Mildura and the Murray and the 43-degree days. So I think it cooked the fridge. I never really thought much of it, because the rooftop tent actually provides a lot of cover to the roof of the canopy, but the doors do obviously get hot. But I mean, it was just a stupid hot day, and I was doing a lot of traveling during the day, so anyway, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna give this thing give the old girl a bit of a bath. Look at that, all nice and clean. Looks a lot better. Looks like somebody actually looks after it now. So anyway, I'm going to put this stuff away, and I think the ice hockey started about 20 minutes ago, so I'm gonna get into that. Also, got a new purchase. So I bought that because it's been a few times now where it's rained, and I sort of don't want to be up in the tent, or like it's raining and it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like the tent's good, but when it's sort of like pouring rain, you need to sort of climb up in there and get wet, and I don't know, I just thought maybe a little annex would be pretty cool, especially for flies too. So I can actually, this annex will probably be the width, it'll probably be like where the passenger door is to, like, it's pretty much like the width of that awning, I guess. So it'll come out and then create a little room, so I'll be able to still have my table and my cooker in there and my chair, and I should still be able to open up the canopy door and utilize that. So yeah, I might set it up a little later this afternoon when the sun's sort of gone down a bit and it's not as hot, and yeah, give you a look at it, because I'm interested to see how it turned, how it works. Also don't know where it's going to go in the car yet. I haven't worked that out, but yeah, I'm hoping that I should be able to keep the canopy door open and zip up. There's a doorway in it. I should be able to zip up the doorway and maybe clip it or peg it to the inside of my canopy, so try and minimize how many flies and stuff get into that area, but also still be able to access inside the canopy and the fridge and all my pantry and stuff. So we'll see how it turns out. Should be all right. I think if, well, it's panning out in my head, it should hopefully work pretty good. So yeah, we'll see. So I need to drill a 8mm hole. Drill an 8mm hole up in here. So try to hopefully not destroy stuff. Because this annex is actually for a Gen 1 to Gen 2. This is a Gen 3 awning, so hopefully I don't bug or something. Anyway, give it a go, send it. There we go, I just drilled it into my brand new awning. Hole size as per spec, 8mm. Anyway, let's rig this up. And I'll be spewing if this doesn't work because this is a brand new awning. Anyway, let's give it a go. Alright, so I've kind of roughly set it up. Actually looks pretty cool. I haven't pegged it down. The gravel's all compacted, so pretty hard driving a peg into that. But yeah, I've just got it sitting there. So it sits pretty well where I was hoping it would on the ute. Yeah, let's go and have a look in here when I can find the zip. So this is it. This is the new Taj Mahal. So this would be like my little safe space, I think, when the weather gets crap. I'm hoping, by the look of this, I can roll this flap up. So I'll just do that because oh, hang on. There's no fly screen on this side. Okay, so I've just noticed, so we've got fly screen on every point except this one. That's kind of a bit annoying because it kind of stuffs up my plan. I was hoping to have fly screen on this side and hopefully zip it up in a way that I could have the fly screen sort of here and, like, I don't know, peg it. But anyway, I mean, still, if it's raining, I can still access me canopy, have my little chair sitting here, have my cooker sitting here, I can still cook dinner and stuff, just keep out of the elements. But this will be really good for when I'm perched up for a good couple of days, eh? So yeah, I'm not too mad about this purchase. Just need to work out where it's going to go now. It's not a massive bag, but it's big enough to, I'm running out of space on my ute, so don't know. Anyway, looks pretty cool. Small little space now. Have another look from the outside, eh? Where do I put my zip? I guess if I do have like if I'm in a spot where there's lots of flies, I'm just going to have to open that up, get what I need out of the canopy, and then just zip it back up and just keep it shut. I don't know, and then keep some fly spray. But With the canopy door open, it kind of grabs that a little bit, but I mean, once I actually peg it and kind of adjust the straps, I don't think it'll be too bad, but pretty cool little setup. Definitely, I think it'll definitely be a good addition to the setup, especially like I was saying in those places where I'm going to be sitting for a couple of days, so I can use it as a bit of a base camp. Anyway, that's the new purchase. Right, mate, this is chook food. It ain't your food. Yours is back there. Athena will eat your food if you don't hurry up and go and eat it. Silly boy. Hey, Chooks. Chook food.
Alright, everyone is up and awake this morning. Alright. Let you out. Come on. Up and at 'em. Oh, the duckies are away. See you, boys. See if they left any goodies. One egg today.
Look what we got here. Where are you off to?
Good morning. I'm currently walking along the Puffing Billy Railway track because it's the easiest way to get into town from where I'm staying without having to walk on the road where there is no footpath. So anyway, yeah, I'm getting my steps up this morning. Had a few active days the last couple of days with jiu-jitsu and running and stuff like that, so having a bit of an active rest day today, and I'm going on a walk to the shops this morning, get my steps up for the day. Today is the last day of the year. It is the 31st of December, so it's New Year's Eve today. Haven't really got much planned for my New Year's. Be a bit of a quiet one, I think. I don't really feel like going to the pub and drinking and carrying on, so what I think I'll end up doing tonight is take a night for myself and do a bit of reflecting on the year that we've had, and yeah, start to look at the year ahead and what goals and stuff I want to sort of set for myself. And yeah, I want to use it as a bit of a reflection day / evening. Anyway, I'm heading into town. I need to get some fresh coffee beans, so I'm going to the cafe, get some new beans, and I'm also going to Woolworths, grab myself some more groceries and stock up. Yeah, I just thought, what a great way to go, and what a great way to start the day. Well, I mean, it's 10 o'clock, but what a great way to start by going and doing a walk into town rather than driving. Get my steps up. The hockey's on today. The boys are playing again, back to back. So I'll do this morning, and then I'll park up for a couple of hours and watch the hockey. So yeah, it's a trade-off. I'm doing a little bit of exercise now so I can sit around later. Anyways, you can probably see I'm walking along the train line here. It's quite nice. The train's already been through, so I shouldn't see it for another hour, and I don't think it's going to take me that long to walk the track. So anyway, I say that a lot, eh? Anyway, I've been watching back some of my videos that I've been editing, and I say it a lot. I do the, well, and anyway, so anyway, I'll see you later. Okay, so heading back to where I'm staying. Did my groceries, went for a look around, stopped, got my coffee, got my new coffee beans, and they had some carrot cake there. So obviously I had to get a piece of carrot cake, so try that later for afternoon tea. Okay, I've made it back from the shop. Good walk, got about, I don't know, 6,000 steps in or something. So pretty good, and I got back for lunchtime. But yeah, I've grabbed myself some new coffee beans. That's the joy of traveling at the moment, is coffee and trying different beans and stuff in different places that I'm traveling, so it's pretty cool. But when I was there, I was standing there in line, waiting my turn, yada, yada, yada. And I happened to look in the nice glass cabinet with all the yummy looking food, and they had carrot cake. So I had a battle with myself, a mental battle while standing in line. Do I need it? Don't I need it? Do I need it? Don't I need it? In the end, I needed it. So look at it. Whew. And the sign specifically said cream cheese frosting. So I'm really hoping that this frosting is like, looks pretty good. So anyway, that's going to be afternoon tea, I think, today. Looking forward to that. All right, the boys are playing, and got the coffee and some cake, bit of carrot cake from the local, and I've already had a couple of bites, as you can see, and very nice, very, very nice. It came from the blacksmith. So yeah, very nice. Okay, I'm back on the road. The last week and a half I've been house sitting, so from Christmas to past New Year's, I've had 2 house sits. Lovely people and families and pets and stuff that I've house sat for, and yeah, it's been good. I've had a break. The Christmas madness and New Year's madness, there's been a lot of people on the road, so it's been hard to get campsites booked, and it's very busy, so it was really good timing. Got off the roads, got out of all the busy areas and just sort of chilled, kept quiet, caught up on some reading, caught up on some like video editing, and yeah, it was good. There's a couple of places that I stayed, had some local jiu-jitsu gyms, so I got in and got some training done, went for runs, explored the area, or explored the areas that I was in, so it was good. It was good to get away from like the travel grind, if you want to call it that. It's not really a grind, but it was nice to have a nice bed, a hot shower, a kitchen, and a house. So yeah, really good. So yeah, I haven't really been doing much or recording much in that time. I did get a few clips here and there, so I might drop them in this video. But yeah, essentially I'm back on the road now. I left the Melbourne area yesterday and headed north to Lake Eildon. I stayed last night at Lake Eildon with a friend, and then met a bunch of people there too, so that was really cool. Some really cool people that I got to meet. Had a good night, had a few beers, played some Uno, had a good few laughs, bit of music, and yeah, had a good time. So I've moved on from Lake Eildon, and I've gone west just outside of a place called Seymour, and yeah, I'm camping on a river at the moment. So I'll give you a look at the setup. I just went and bought a Darche annex, like a tent annex retreat. So I just thought I'd set that up today, and the hockey's on. I'm going to watch it in the annex and have my lunch, but I'll give you a quick look at it. It's really cool. So here I am right on the river's edge. Bang, how's that for a spot? Utes parked up. I still need to set up the tent, but yeah, you pretty much just swing your awning out, and got a spreader pole up here, clips onto your awning legs, and you just peg them down. But yeah, essentially, yeah, I've just got like my area in there, chair. I can open and close that, so when I'm finished grabbing stuff out of the kitchen, I'll close them up. So yeah, that's pretty well it. Pretty good. Gives me a little bit of an area to, if I'm not doing an overnighter, and I'm thinking about staying here for a couple of nights, so it gives me an area to just like have a retreat. And I can get out of the weather and get out of the wind and, you know, the elements. It's okay having an awning, but sometimes 4 walls is a little bit better too for some shade, a little bit more privacy, and yeah. So really like it so far. It's not too bad to set up and pack down, but for the reason of it taking the time it does, for an overnighter, I'd just swing the awning out and just go the next day. Like, this is more of a couple of day sort of situation. So anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd fill you in on what I've been up to. So from this point forward, I'm kind of just, I've got about 5 or 6 days until I go on the barge to Tasmania. So pretty much at the moment, I'm just kind of tracking west along the northern part of Melbourne, just on the outer skirts and free camping, and I'll make my way, wrap it around down through Geelong. That's where the barge leaves from. So yeah, I got a few days just to cruise. I haven't really got anything on the agenda planned. What a ripper afternoon. So I've been set up here. Been set up here for, yeah, the afternoon, and yeah, I've gone for a swim, did the rope swing, just there. Sun's coming down now. Had me dinner. When I was finishing up at my house sit, I did a bit of cooking while I had the full kitchen. So I had a few eggs. I did some mashed curried eggs. So I got a container full of mashed curried eggs for some like quick lunches and stuff. Throw it on some wraps with some spinach. But I also did some overnight Weet-Bix desserts. I do like a sweet treat, and this is my way of being able to have a sweet treat that has like protein and low calorie. So this is it. It kind of doesn't look too flash at the moment. It's half a Weet-Bix, Greek yogurt, protein powder, a little bit of vanilla essence. There's blueberries. I just put a drizzle of honey on there, and like a pinch of salt as well. They reckon that the salt brings out the flavors more or something. Anyway, I'm going to mix it through and have a bit of a bite. But yeah, just going to camp here for a couple of nights. It's a really nice spot here on the river. So yeah, it's going to take the time to slowly get back into life on the road again, after being in houses for the last week and a half. So yeah, need to slowly ease into this. I need to get back into living out of my car. So yeah, we'll see what's around this area before I go to Geelong and head to Tassie and see if I can see some cool stuff. But yeah, I think these next couple of days I'm just going to take the time to just reset and get back in the groove and yeah, enjoy my time out in the bush. So very peaceful here at the moment. It's very nice. Ripper spot. Okay, so my key, it won't unlock. I can only lock the door. I can't, it's not going back. Alright, so I've just pulled the barrel out of the door. Boss, when I put, this is my normal key that I use every day. When I put that in there, I noticed on the bottom there that one of the like locking pins wasn't dropping down where it should be. So I thought, oh, maybe the key's just worn down to the point where it won't turn. So I grabbed my spare, and sure enough, I put it in there, and everything dropped down as it should in here. And then it turns both ways. So the barrel's okay. I thought it was stuck because I could only turn it one way, but it's actually just the key. The key's worn down. But also, I still can't turn this. So I think there might be a little bit of an issue in there as well. So we'll see. Anyway, put a bolt back through where I had to drill that rivet out just to hold it back together. And yeah, so the latch is in the door closed position, and then if I turn this yellow lever,
should see a pin in there sort of come through. So that pin goes through, and that's what stops the lock from being able to open. And then the outside, this is the outside lever. So if I was to pull my lever on the outside of the door, it doesn't allow the catch to open. But then if I turn the lock to unlock, it'll then unlock the door, allowing you to open it. Oh my God, I'm gonna put it back in the car door and make sure everything works. Okay, so I've had just the shittest afternoon dealing with this crap. So after I've installed the latch back in, I've shut the door. I tested it before I shut the door as well, and everything was working. I shut the door, and then all of a sudden, key, handle, nothing. The door was just stuck shut, and I couldn't open from the inside or the outside. And yeah, anyway, some choice words I had. I was freaking ropeable. I was like, great, now what? How am I going to deal with this shit now? So anyway, I've put everything back together now. Shuts, locks and unlocks. So put this back on, pack up. I've got crap everywhere. Like, this has just turned into the biggest mission of, like, you know, there's footage of it, but like I've had to pull the entire thing apart. Internal pieces have broken, and then, you know, I've only got so much stuff with me. I'm not near a freaking Bunnings or anything, so I just had to like MacGyver stuff together, and it's just been biggest freaking head bloody. Anyway, morning everyone. I'm now leaving the free camp near Seymour. I've been here for 3 nights. This is the longest camp stay I've had on my trip so far. The other times it's always been overnighters, or I've only done like 2 or maybe 3 two-nighters. I've just always had somewhere to sort of be in between stays, so I've always been pushing towards being somewhere and sort of trying to see as much as can in between, so then I'm constantly just packing up and leaving and moving to the next spot the next day. So I've realised yesterday, after checking my confirmation ticket for the Tasmania, for the barge to Tasmania, I realised this whole time I've been planning on January the 10th, and I've actually booked the 13th of January. So I've got 3 extra days now to sort of plot around and find things to do. So I'm actually I'm going to head an hour north to Shepparton. Obviously I've already been to Shepparton when I went and picked up the fridge, but I'm going to go back there. It's got heaps of shops. I need to go to Bunnings, I need to get a dustpan brush, and I'm going to go to Kmart and get a couple of things in preparation for Tasmania. Also, I want to go do some groceries, and I might get some more diesel while I'm there. And then I'm planning on staying in Echuca for a couple of nights. I didn't get a chance to, I sort of only passed through Echuca on my way to Shepparton last time from heading from Mildura way when I was going to pick up my fridge. So I'm going to go there and check it out. There's quite a few things to do around there, so I've marked some points of interest on my map and things to go and check out. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and then after Echuca I'm just going to come down south and take my time and get to Geelong in preparation for the 13th for the barge to Tassie. So yeah, I've got an extra 6 days until I go now, so yeah, but it's been really cool. I didn't plan to stay here this long. It's just been a really good spot. Like, it's right next to the water. These next couple of days though, they reckon are going to be 40-degree days and over. So I'm looking to, it's 9:30 now. I need to hit the road. It takes an hour to get to Shepparton, I think. So I'll get there, do what I need to do, and then try and get to my campsite not too late. Yeah, no, honestly, this has been really relaxing. I know, like, the last week or so I've been relaxing, doing house sits and stuff, but I don't know, it's just this being the longest camp stay I've done on the trip so far, it's just been really nice just to wake up each morning, not have to pack up, and just do whatever you want to do during the day. So
I've honestly just been doing like playing around with some food, doing some different cooking and playing around with different recipes and meal prepping and just stuff like that. I've done a bit of reading, and I've caught up on heaps of video editing. I've done 2 YouTube episodes ready to go, so that's been massive. Like, there's a lot that goes into making these videos, because you know, you film a lot of content, you got to go through all of it, you got to pick it all to pieces, and then you got to put it all together. And not everything makes the cut, but you put as much in as you can to tell the story of sort of where I've been. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna hit the road. So refreshed and ready to go. I've had a swim in the creek this morning, brushed my teeth, and yeah, just freshen up. I need to shave actually, but anyway, I'm gonna go to Shepparton, see what we get up to along the way. Hey everyone, so obviously that video was filmed during the Christmas and New Year period, so I wasn't really doing too much traveling, but I did a couple of house sits for some people, which was really cool. Kept me off the roads and out of the busy areas for a couple of weeks. So yeah, I did. I managed to do a couple of DIY jobs. I installed the vent to the canopy, which is really cool. And I'm getting myself a new annex retreat, which I'm in at the moment. It's been really good. It's good for those longer stays where I am in places for multiple days. I can sort of set up a base camp and relax and have a little bit of shelter, so it's nice. Yeah, after my house sit, I went to Lake Eildon, caught up with some people, had some fun, and then I made my way to a place near Seymour, to a free camp, and then I hung out there for a few days and had some dramas with the car door lock, and I had to strip that all apart and muck around with that, but I managed to get it sorted for now, hopefully, fingers crossed. Leaving the free camp near Seymour, I make my way back towards Shepparton and Echuca, back in the Murray region. So yeah, I'll leave the video here and then we'll take off again from the Murray region before I make my way to Tasmania. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe and like and drop us a comment if you want to ask me any questions, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.